Today, our topic is how to live a life of purpose according to philosophy. Life is a journey, and sometimes it feels like we are walking without a clear direction. But philosophy, especially ideas from thinkers like the Stoics, can help us find meaning and purpose. Let's explore how to live a life of purpose by understanding some key philosophical ideas. First, think about what purpose means. Purpose is not something outside of you, like money, fame, or success. It is something inside you. It is about how you live, how you think, and how you act. Purpose is about being true to yourself and doing what matters to you. The Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca believe that the key to a good life is to focus on what you can control and let go of what you cannot control. This is a simple but powerful idea. You cannot control the weather, other people's opinions, or the past, but you can control your own thoughts, your actions, and your attitude. If you focus on what you can control, you will feel more powerful and less stressed. For example, if someone says something unkind to you, you cannot control their words, but you can control how you react. You can choose to stay calm and not let their words hurt you. This is how you build inner strength. Another important idea from Stoicism is that life is short and unpredictable. This might sound sad, but it is actually a reminder to live fully and not waste time. Imagine you only had 1 year left to live. What would you do? How would you spend your time? Would you argue with people, or would you try to enjoy every moment? The Stoics believe that thinking about death helps us appreciate life. It reminds us to focus on what really matters. So, ask yourself, what really matters to me? What do I want to achieve in my life? What kind of person do I want to be? These questions can help you find your purpose. Another philosopher, Aristotle, talked about the idea of eudaimonia, which means living a flourishing life. He believed that the purpose of life is to develop your virtues and become the best version of yourself. Virtues are qualities like courage, honesty, kindness, and wisdom. To live a life of purpose, you need to practice these virtues every day. For example, if you want to be courageous, you need to face your fears. If you want to be kind, you need to help others, even when it is not easy. Living a life of purpose is not about being perfect. It is about trying to improve yourself every day. It is about making small, positive changes in your life. Another important idea is to live in the present moment. Many of us spend too much time thinking about the past or worrying about the future. But the past is gone, and the future is not guaranteed. The only moment you have is now. The Stoics believed that the present moment is a gift. It is the only time when you can take action, make choices, and live your life. So, try to focus on the present. When you eat, enjoy your food. When you talk to someone, really listen to them. When you work, give it your full attention. This is how you live a meaningful life. Philosophy also teaches us that challenges are part of life. No one can avoid difficulties, but you can choose how to respond to them. The Stoics believe that challenges are opportunities to grow. When you face a problem, you can learn from it and become stronger. For example, if you lose your job, it is a chance to find something better or to learn new skills. If you have a conflict with someone, it is a chance to improve your communication and understanding. Life is not about avoiding problems, but about how you deal with them. This is how you build resilience and find purpose. Another key idea is to focus on what you can give, not just what you can get. Many people think that the purpose of life is to achieve success, wealth, or fame. But these things do not always bring happiness. True happiness comes from helping others and making a positive impact. When you give your time, your energy, or your kindness to others, you feel a sense of purpose. This is why many philosophers believe that service to others is one of the highest goals in life. So, Think about how you can help others. It does not have to be something big. Even small acts of kindness can make a difference. For example, you can listen to a friend who is feeling sad, or you can volunteer in your community. These actions give meaning to your life. Another important idea is to stay true to your values. Your values are the things that are most important to you, like honesty, family, or creativity. When you live according to your values, you feel a sense of purpose. But when you ignore your values, you feel lost and unhappy. For example, if you value honesty, but you lie to someone, you will feel bad about yourself. But if you tell the truth, even when it is difficult, you will feel proud. So, think about your values and try to live by them every day. This is how you build a life of integrity and purpose. Philosophy also teaches us to accept what we cannot change. Life is full of things we cannot control, like illness, aging, or the actions of others. The Stoics believe that accepting these things is the key to peace of mind. When you fight against reality, you create suffering for yourself. But when you accept reality, you free yourself from unnecessary pain. For example, if you are stuck in traffic, you can either get angry and stressed, or you can accept it and use the time to relax or think. Acceptance does not mean giving up. It means focusing your energy on what you can change and letting go of what you cannot change. This is how you find inner peace and purpose. Finally, philosophy reminds us that we are all connected. We are not alone in this world. We are part of a larger community, and our actions affect others. This is why living a life of purpose also means thinking about how your actions impact the world. For example, if you care about the environment, you can make choices that reduce your impact on the planet. If you care about justice, you can stand up for what is right. When you live with a sense of responsibility towards others, you find a deeper sense of purpose. In conclusion, living a life of purpose is not about achieving fame, wealth, or success. It is about living with intention, virtue, and compassion. It is about focusing on what you can control, accepting what you cannot control, and making the most of every moment. It is about practicing virtues like courage, kindness, and wisdom. It is about helping others, staying true to your values, and accepting the challenges of life. Philosophy teaches us that life is short, but it is also full of opportunities. Every day is a chance to grow, to learn, and to make a positive impact. So, ask yourself, what is my purpose? What kind of person do I want to be? How can I make the most of my life? These questions can guide you towards a life of meaning and fulfillment. Remember, the journey of life is not always easy, but it is always worth it. Live with purpose, and you will find happiness and peace.